Hola, mis amigos. Hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to hijack Jennifer's budget video and show you our new logo. I hope you guys like it. Now, without any further ado, let's get on with the budget video. Here's my beautiful wife, Jennifer. Take it away.
Hola mis amigos, Jennifer here. Daryl and I wanted to present on this episode of Two Gringos on the Gulf our February 2023 budget. This is the budget that includes our Caribbean vacation as well as our yearly health insurance. Last year when I started to create this budget, you may recall that I mentioned I was missing a healthcare budget item and I wasn't sure how I was going to incorporate it. In the end, I never ended up incorporating it into our budget. So it's just a big chunk of money coming out of our bank account each month. Now we have one more month here in this house, so one more month of the current format of the budget. When we move, I'm thinking of making some changes to the budget, and I'd really like your input on that. I can never seem to create a budget that captures really what our expenses are and how much we spend. And I'm not sure that a budget like that is possible. To me, a budget is taking, maybe it's a lump sum of money. Maybe you start with a lump sum of money and then you spend it on different things and you report on what those different things were. Or, you have similar to what I have now, you have this much to spend on groceries, this much to spend on rent. But there's just always other expenses that are never going to be included on that. And I'm just really struggling to come up with a format to express what we're spending in a month. And I don't think our current budget is doing that, because there's always budget items that are not monthly, like the power bill, for example. Side note on that, we recently got, it's in March's budget. We're currently presenting to you February's budget, but in the March budget, I have never had a CFE bill in this amount, so stay tuned for next month to find out what that was. So yeah, there's budget items like that, and then rents every month, groceries every month, health insurance, no, car insurance, that's coming up, I believe in April, which will be in the new budget format. So how am I going to present that? That's a yearly expense. It is currently on my, it's not currently on my budget. It's kind of a line item, but I've got zero because I spent $0 on it. So yeah, it's just really messed up and I think really complicated. And just for an example, I think this budget is only for me to understand because I understand numbers differently, I think. And to express this, we were walking by our neighbors the other day. You may have seen the short where he's building a bedroom in his garage. Well, we were passing by while walking the dog, and he was having troubles understanding his contractor and how much he owed him. Now, their language barrier was a factor in that, but also because I don't think he understands the language of money, or maybe not money, but numbers. Whereas, I'm a bookkeeper, so I probably don't have the same understanding of numbers as he does. That experience made me realize that I am not understanding numbers the same way that everybody else is. So I really want to uncomplicate it, make it easier for everybody to understand. So to do that, I really need your input because I don't know what your relationship with numbers and how you understand them. So help me to understand what's going to make you understand what we spend in a month. Sound all right? I think that's fair. So now we can get into what we spent in February. It was a pretty high expenditure month because we took a trip to the Caribbean, the Mayan Riviera. The Mayan Riviera. I'm considering this a business expense because I went to meet with my boss and discuss some business items. End result of that trip, I'm not sure I've mentioned this yet, but I quit my job. So I'll probably still have it by the time I do the next budget video, but I've given him a timeline and I've told him I'm committed to making it a seamless transition to whomever he hires, which he has not done to this point yet. So yeah, next budget I'll still be employed. Budget after that, I don't know. Who knows where that income line is going to be. And just a side note there, I'm not really comfortable with sharing my income when doing the budget videos, so just to throw that out there when you're giving me ideas. So besides the Caribbean, there was the cost of hotels and some spending money. So the total of that trip was 50,000 pesos. That was 4 days at the Hard Rock Hotel and 2 days in Valladolid. We thoroughly enjoyed our trip, and I hope you watched those videos and enjoyed them as well. If not, go back and check them out. Daryl ordered some more stickers, so that was 400 pesos. Another expenditure we had this month was health insurance for 25,000 pesos. So I had asked her that because we plan to be moving around Mexico more often and spending less time in more places, she assured me that our health coverage would still be in place no matter where we were. They had a large network of hospitals, etc. And that did go up about 2,000 pesos over last year's health expenses, though we had no claims. I like to call insurance the racket to be in, because you collect all this money and you probably don't pay out anywhere near what you collect. But hey, I'm not in that racket, so maybe I'm wrong. So our total budget this month was 124,900 pesos, or 6,700 US dollars, 9,205 Canadian dollars. I also want to note that we had 1,300 pesos cash left over from this budget, and I just donated that money to our neighbor. She had taken many of the street dogs to get them spayed and neutered. I don't know how many in total, but that was a worthy cause. We love these dogs dearly, and they are the stars of many of Daryl's shorts. The Amazon purchases that I made this month were actually mostly undergarments for myself. For the past year and a half, I've been trying to replace these garments in various ways out in the community. Either the item doesn't fit, or they're uncomfortable, or they give me a rash. So I kind of had to give up and just go with what I know works for me, and where I find that is from Amazon. And it's kind of disappointing for me, really, because I would like to contribute to the community and buy these items, but I ended up just spending more money that way, and Amazon's got what I need, and it's really easy, and the price is reasonable. I mean, we do contribute to the community in other ways, and dining out and things like that. We're not going to fast food chains or other franchises. So I guess there are just some things I'm going to have to learn that have to be bought from Amazon, and some things that we can have fun discovering out in the community. So looking forward to next month. We're going to be moving. This is our last month here in this house. So I expect some extra expenses for moving. I don't think we plan on hiring a vehicle to move anything. But I want to hire our housekeeper to do like a really deep clean, like a move out clean, and we want to buy some new linens. After living here 8 months, I've been washing our bed sheets in the washing machine, which only has cold water. The linens really haven't fared so well. We do take our clothes to the laundromat, but I just found it easier to do our bed linens here in this washing machine. But we want to replace them. They haven't fared so well in the last 8 months, and living in such a hot climate, you need good quality cotton sheets. So that's going to be an extra expense. So overall, this budget looks like a big whopper, but I feel good about it anyways. You know, there was, we don't often go on big expensive week holidays, and we only have to pay health insurance once a month. I feel like our monthly expenditures, our day-to-day living is coming down to more reasonable levels, and I feel good about going forward with a smaller budget. So I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching this episode. Daryl and Cece and I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to give me the feedback about the new budget formats and what you would like to see in it. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. Adios, amigos. Hasta luego. Bye-bye.